All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to this game on North. We're in day one of King of the Sea here on North America as we bring you ANDs and KSM. Spawning to the north here, Andy's fielding Montana, Ohio, Des Moines, Salem, Venezia, Moskva, a Forest Sherman, Confused Screaming, Shimakaze, and a Vampire Deuce. What's KSM bringing to the dance?
Well, KSM is bringing one of your favorite ships. It's got the Z-52 going straight up the middle towards B. It's also got a torpedo reload booster Yu Yang and a Kleber for the DDs. Battleships are your Montana and Kremlin, and then double Marseille along with a Napoli.
Well, remember, torpedo reload booster Yang is the default. The question is, he smoke or radar? And the answer is
smoke.
Smoke.
Yeah, that is right. That is right. I was mixing it up with another one.
I'm genuinely curious to have a look at this Z-52 build after the one that we saw. Now, this is a torpedo build Z-52. He's running torpedo mod in slot 6. Not running the torpedo reload skills, going for RPF. But actually, I quite like this build. That's a nice general purpose build there. I think that's pretty solid. Have a quick look at early deployments. Wow. Andy's is going super mega ultra heavy to sea as Tacker's Moskva gets spotted and lots of shells coming in at him early. He takes a huge hit there from probably the Kremlin, losing almost half of his HP here. We're not even 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and that's not a good start. And with everybody over there, but the Kleber of Torino already there, the Kleber's got to be very careful because he sees the Des Moines. He's on the retreat immediately because he's like,
that Des Moines is lit.
But this becomes very interesting because double Marseille facing that many ships is going to be intriguing to watch. But the Yu Yang Napoli Montana are set up very well to push A. Now, one thing I want to look at is, let's talk the Forest Sherman. I mean, as you said, confused screaming noises. Forest Sherman, not a DD we have seen. Looking at the build, it's running, let's see, standard first 10 points, then Superintendent, RPF, and then, is that Fearless Brawler I see?
He's running, he's running Fearless Brawler and Gun Range mod in slot 6, which is mystifying to me more than a little bit.
I'm not questioning it yet. Shots out at the Kremlin from the Ohio. That Kremlin looks like he's about to take a chunk, but fortunately they are off, and it's only an overpen.
Yeah, he's able to turn it and shrug most of that off. Returning shots in anger right into the bow of Phoenix's Des Moines, and those shots were not shrugged off.
Oh, watch these Shimmatorps, though.
I was going to say, but
straight into them.
But Step Citadel here is going to have a problem with a whole bunch of Shimakaze love that's being sent his way. Those ought to be spotted now. Oh my goodness gracious! How many of these is he going to take? It's like he's going to take all of them. 6? He's going to take 6 of these.
5, but
5 of them.
Okay, he's not quite gone. But I don't think that's what he wanted when he says, "What's up?"
That is not how you want your day to start if you're a Kremlin, ladies and gentlemen.
No, and this is a very aggressive positioning for a Kremlin as well. Like, you don't think of a Kremlin as positioning in this close to C-cap, especially when you have no DD spotting or coverage.
Goodness. If they get a fire lit on him, he is in deep doo-doo.
Yeah, and the problem is he turns out, look at what he's got visiting him as soon as he turns out.
He may yet punch out Phoenix's Des Moines, and he does do a lot of bad things to that Des Moines, but the Des Moines lives. And as soon as he comes around the corner, though, the Forest Sherman can't even spot him. They do get the fire.
7 seconds till the heal, or the DCP, though, so he'll be fine for the moment. But
they
there's
have
the shots.
To radar to spot him. Wow.
But, I mean,
here come
you're
the Ohio,
taking advantage.
He's out.
Yeah.
Wow. In 4 minutes, a KSM battleship is assassinated, ladies and gentlemen. And they're going to pick up C, by the way. That's Andy's going to pick up C while they're at it.
Yeah. I mean, we used to run the contest for, like, quickest first blood, you know, most damage, all that.
Wow.
That would have been a contender.
Wow. That Shimakaze, Admiral Hanville right now, is like Mr. Hero. Just crazy.
Yeah. Vampire 2 spotted by the Yu Yang, as well as the Napoli. Shots coming in on him. Yu Yang not taking any damage yet. Vampire down about 6,000. Now the damage starting to prop on the Yu Yang. But he's going to smoke up. Takes a bit of damage. About even with the Vampire right now.
Vampire and Zed working opposite sides of this A-cap. NATO's Vampire turning south. I honestly not sure I like this play. There you go. He's flipping back the other way, getting some torpedoes downrange. on Prodigy's Napoli. But they don't have any way to defend this A-cap short of the Vampire. They have no radar on this flank at all. All their radar is at sea. All 3 of them for Andes is at sea.
Just a few radars. Now, this A-cap, they need to get the kill on that Vampire quickly to be able to execute a turn. Because with C being full claimed and the Kremlin not able to just sit there and slowly but surely get whittled down but able to tank for a while, they're going to be in full retreat. I mean, the Marseilles can't do anything over there now against that many ships.
No, those Marseilles need to just time to pop a speed boost and go be somewhere else. Like it is that like it's like a 4-on-2 over there at best. Like that's if you're being generous.
Yeah.
Now they've pulled Admiral Hanville's Shimakaze back to B, but he's not going into the cap. I'm a little surprised at this.
Yeah, we'll have to watch on that. Des Moines of King Viper also setting up in a good position to challenge, but we can see that push happening now. Prodigy Sean of the Napoli is starting to move forward, Yu Yang and Z52, and they want to find stuff and kill it.
It's a good position as long as the Montana doesn't know he's there, and it looks like he is going to get away with it. Montana has no eyes to see King Viper in that position, and so he sneaks in.
And the Montana's trying to get the Napoli of Prodigy Sean because he sees that threat coming. Now, King Viper in a very strong position. He has a radar ready in 4 seconds. He has a hydro ready. Shimakaze is going to get caught out at some point here by radar, you would think.
Yeah, but who's going to have shells on him, right? Like, even if they know exactly where he is, they have no shots on him right now.
Vampire spotted, and he's taking some more damage. Z52 doesn't have hydro for another 5 seconds, but he's getting some good chunks.
How is he spotted? I have to wonder.
He shot at the Z52.
Ooh.
He and the Z52 traded.
One of the things, this is going to sound like a very jerk things to say, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's a big deal. One of the things that differentiates a disciplined destroyer player from an undisciplined one is knowing when not to fire your guns.
Yeah.
Because right there, NATO basically loses his ship because he tried for one salvo at just the wrong time. And now he's out.
Watch the Z52, though. Those are some very tight torps that he's going to have to dodge through.
Yeah, his hydro's up. He's turning into them now. He's got a gap, I think. No, he's going to take one.
No, he's dead.
Oh, my goodness. With the hydro up, he still can't make the turn. That's a huge kill.
And the Venezia sap just slapped him. He wanted to dodge as much of the Venezia as he could, so he maneuvered. But that's one where you just got to say, I'm taking the Venezia damage, but I'll dodge the torp.
That is a big kill. Now, I want to talk about something real briefly here that I like. I like that Andy has brought back the Shimakaze to try and slow down this crazy push coming from the Monty and the Napoli. However, KSM's also brought back their Kleber. They're going to fight. There's going to be a fight now at the B cap, right? Mm-hmm. And I thought the Kleber might be able to push north and hound the Shimakaze, but it's not going to happen. Right?
And
they brought back the Des Moines.
This fight's going to be very interesting because the Kleber's got to dodge these Ohio shells. But also, the Des Moines pushing up, which has an advantage against Phoenix, and the Ohio can't fire quick enough, especially with those shots just missing the Kleber, to try to challenge him.
I want to see this Ohio punch King Viper in the nose, but he hasn't fired it. I'm a little surprised they're going to let Viper get back to cover.
He fired at the Kleber. He didn't have the time.
He fired at the Destroyer.
Yeah, before Viper came around. So Viper came around, launched a couple salvos, gets a little bit of damage, and ducks back into cover safely.
Okay, yeah, I'll buy it. It makes sense. So B-cap basically locked down. Nobody's going to get in there anytime soon. How are these Marseilles doing? Are they both fairly healthy? Yeah, they're actually not doing too bad back here.
And the Napoli is now gone in secondary range of the Venezia, which is just not a good feeling at all. Jaringa doesn't have smoke for another 60 seconds. He has a heal, but Napoli of Prodigy Sean's going to pop his heal and start just whittling down that Venezia slowly but surely.
Jaringa could really use a hand from this Montana behind him, but the Monty is throwing HE salvos at Sporkhead's Montana.
Watch Saint. He's got torps coming in. Looks like he should be in a good position to dodge.
This Shimakaze torpedo salvo coming in on Sporkhead looks like it could be decent, but I'm more worried about Saint's Yu Yang right now because he's wandering directly into the path of these torpedoes as well. Check him out.
Yep, we're zooming in. Looks like he's got the dodge line just barely.
He's got the god. He's good to go. Spork's going to turn out, but I think even when he does, he's going to take one amidships. No, he's got... Oh, that Monty handling. Well done.
Yeah, and I mean, gosh, if the Shima hits him, that's 2 battleships that the Shima's claiming.
One of the Marseilles bags a kill back over here at sea. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Because now on the strength of their cap advantage and catching up on ship kills, KSM out to nearly a 200-point lead as we cross over the halfway mark of the match.
And the far more important thing is they have the health lead as well. So we've seen a couple situations already today where you've had the points lead, but the health hasn't been there to support it. They've got the ships, the health, and the points, so they've got the trifecta of control right now.
Dringa's Venezia desperately trying to escape this position that he's been forced into, stuck on the edge of the map. Fires out of his smoke, manages to do it unspotted. Gets the Napoli, but not a huge hit.
Yeah, a little bit. Montana puts a little bit of a chunk onto the Ohio, about 12k, but watch out. If these Yu-Yang Torps have the range, no, that Ohio's still going forward. Won't hit, but those were going to be close.
Prodigy's going to take one Shima Torp in the bow, and that's it. He manages to dodge the rest of them. I'm not sure how Hanvel's Shimakaze got lit there. Getting close, over 800 points now for KSM. And he started out this game with literally assassinating one of KSM's battleships for basically free almost.
I mean, they were gifted on a silver platter.
Yeah, but look at what KSM has managed to do. They've definitely capitalized on a couple of the mistakes that Andes has made, and this push up the 1-2 line has worked brilliantly for them.
I mean, you got to remember with KSM, I mean, they are the sub-clan of KSC, and so they get to scrim against them all the time, and KSC has won back-to-back King of the Sea Warship Spring Championships with 5 game wins over 07 and some of the best warships I've seen.
Oh yeah, they're definitely riding high these days, unquestionably so. Now they've turned the Ohio south, like they're going to drive him into the B cap, and I like this play because I don't know if you've noticed, but back at sea they might lose control of sea as well. They've pulled everything back. They've got just the Salem and the Sherman,
and the Sherman's not exactly in a position where he can farm.
He's not exactly, yeah. He's not safe in there at all. They are going to pick up B, but KSM over 900 points now. A single kill could ruin this game for Andes. A single ship loss for Andes could ruin
this game. Montana is healing, but his heal's about to be done. His DCP's in use right now, and he's at 17,000 health. He's got to be very careful he doesn't get farmed down here.
Well, he's got a whole bunch of deep water torpedoes coming in that I don't think he's sitting still. Like his engines aren't even on. You can't avoid these.
He's trying to get to Des Moines.
One of the things that, in actual naval combat, when you came under aerial attack or torpedo attack, you turned on your engines usually at full speed because speed gave you maneuverability options. But he had no options there, gets farmed out. And now we're seconds away from a KSM win here on.
And that's a really strong comeback. I mean, to lose your Kremlin bout in 4 minutes flat and to respond back, lose one ship the rest of the way, and win in this fashion, that's an impressive showing from KSM there. And yeah, they're going to take this game much needed because I believe you said they were 3-2 coming into this.
Yes, they were. They were 3-2 coming in, so this will be win number 4 for them. That ought to get them into day 2.
That
should qualify them for day 2.
Yep, but the winner, as we said, ladies and gentlemen, will be KSM. GG, well played to both teams.
Now, I will say, I'm not sure who the team runner is for KSM, who's in charge over there, but I might consider having a strongly worded conversation with my Kremlin player between now and next weekend. I'm just saying.